Hi, I'm Madison. I'm with Golden Age Beads, and today we're going to be making a beaded leather bracelet. So it's going to look something like this. There's all kinds of different leather options, black and brown and different colors of beads. Today we're going to be working with gold beads and brown leather, but you could make them in any color combination, any colors you'd like. So the first thing that we want to do is make sure there's no knots in the leather. Make sure it's nice and straight and there's no kinks. And you're going to wrap it around your wrist and then add a few inches on each side. So right about there. We're going to cut our leather. So this is the longest piece of leather that you're going to need. Again, it should wrap around your wrist with a few inches to spare on either side. So then with the rest of the leather, you're going to cut shorter pieces that are about 2 or 3 inches shorter than the long piece of leather on both sides. So we have one piece that's shorter, one piece that's longer. Okay. So I have 3 shorter pieces and 1 longer piece. So making sure that I have a few inches on one side. I'm going to tie just a regular overhand knot right here with all 3 pieces of the short pieces lined up and the long piece up here. So just a regular overhand knot. Make sure to pull it up as close to the top of these as possible. Pull it tight, but not too tight. If you want to pull it more tightly, use the pliers and pull the strands. You don't want to pull too hard because the leather can break. And then again, use the clippers at the end of the pliers and just snip off those ends. So we're going to take one of our end caps. We're going to slide it right over the long piece of leather. We're going to tie another overhand knot in this long piece to keep that end cap down. This is what we have so far. Now we're going to take these long pieces that are hanging out at the end and we're going to put some beads on them. So you can put them on in any order you prefer. I like to put a few stopper knots so I know exactly where the beads are going to be. So make sure you tie another knot at the end of each bead to keep them from sliding off. So you can put them on in any order you like, doesn't matter. And then we're going to take those ends again and we're going to tie another overhand knot. And then we'll take our pliers and we'll cut these strands. Make sure we leave one long one here. Take your second bead cap. We're going to thread that right through that leftover long strand. We're going to take our excess leather and we're going to hook our very large clasp on the end. So what we want to do is thread the clasp through the leather, and we're going to wrap the leather around 3 or 4 times, making a loop at the top, and then we're going to take it right through the top of the loops that or the wraps that we made, and then we're going to pull it tight. So now we have one end, and we're going to make a loop on the other side. So you can do this a couple of ways. Either use an overhand knot or another loop just like we did. You want it to leave a big enough loop at the end that you can connect your lobster clasp. And there you have a beautiful leather and gold bracelet.